इस वक्त वज़ीर आज़म पाकिस्तान शहबाज शरीफ तुर्किया में बिजनेस काउंसिल के इजलास से खिताब कर रहे हैं।
Honorable Fahad Hussain, Special Assistant to Prime Minister of Pakistan, Honorable members of DEC, Turkish business houses and investment companies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I am extremely happy to be here again and having this wonderful opportunity to renew our brotherly relation with you, second time in the last 6 months. Yesterday was a great day in our brotherly relations. We all witnessed, along with my brother President Tayyip Erdogan, and we are very grateful to him for according us a very warm welcome, as always, to our second home, Turkey. Last night, we spent many hours with him, and he was very generous to allocate some time from his very busy schedule. And we had very productive and fruitful discussion as to how to further strengthen our bonds and promote our trade, investment and defense production. So Miljam Covid is a great step forward. It was launched yesterday, and it's a joint cooperation project between Turkey and Pakistan. One vessel was launched in Karachi a few months ago, and yesterday we saw this great event that another ship was launched here in Istanbul. This is, I think, one of the finest moments of our relations to strengthen and enhance our defense production and joint cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, may I offer once again our deep condolences for those Turkish brothers and sisters who were martyred by terrorists in a barbaric action against innocent people of Turkey. Our hearts go out for the families, and we pray to Allah Almighty to grant all of them place in Jannah, inshallah. Turkey has been victim of terrorist attacks like Pakistan. And we are very happy to note that Turkish authorities were able to haul up terrorists within no time, which sent a very strong message to all and sundry that Turkish strength to fight this menace cannot be taken lightly. So we share your grief, your pain, as much as Pakistan suffered for long years at the hands of these terrorists. And as we all know and agree, the terrorists have no religion. They are not human beings. And they belong to no one's land. They are terrorists, they are cruel, they are barbaric, and the entire peace-loving community should act together against them with great strength and effort. Pakistan paid huge sacrifices to fight this menace, and Alhamdulillah, to a very large extent, they have been defeated. But in the process, from the armed forces of Pakistan, our sepoys, from law enforcing agencies, common man, traders, doctors, mothers, children, paid huge sacrifices to defeat them. We are also very grateful to Brother Tayyip Erdogan and Turkish government and the people of Turkey for helping Pakistan once again during the recent floods, which devastated a large swath of population from the province of Sindh to Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Punjab and northern areas. 33 million people were affected by these merciless floods. Millions of houses were either completely damaged or partially damaged. More than 1,700 people, including children, left this world. And Brother Tayyip Erdogan called me the same night, and subsequently air bridge was established between Ankara and Islamabad and Karachi and other places of Pakistan. Trains loaded with goods for flood-affected people, having tents, food, medicines, and medical teams, blankets, were sent almost every day. So I would like to once again thank my brother, President Tayyip Erdogan, the government of Turkey and the people of Turkey. That, like always, Turkey was the forefront to assist millions of people who were marooned in the water. Ladies and gentlemen, our friendship, our brotherhood is known to all and sundry. The world knows that Turkey and Pakistan are like two brothers, like a family. Our hearts beat together. Although we speak different languages, but we know what we are saying to each other. Our hearts and minds understand it extremely well. But our relations, historical fraternal relations, are not properly reflected through the volume of trade and investment between the two countries. I know there is no dearth of efforts on your side. I think you are too keen and desirous to come and invest in Pakistan, and vice versa. But then, trade is trade, investment is investment. These are governed by commercial rules and regulations. And obviously money flows to those parts where it finds itself very comfortable in terms of investment rules and regulations, in terms of profitability, and in terms of security of investment. That goes without saying. And I deeply appreciate this philosophy. And this is not only between us. It is, I think, governed by rules through centuries. And this will continue to be the case for all times to come. But again, we should have sat down in previous decades and thrashed out these issues and problems in our way. For reasons it has not happened, but it is never too late, my brothers, my sisters. I believe in this time-tested quote that wherever there is a will, there is a way. So let's start today and let's look forward. Let's learn our experience from the past and move with speed so that we can compensate the losses of the past and make dividends from now onwards. There is immense potential, infinite potential and capacities on both sides between Turkey and Pakistan. Let us synergize them. Let us put our act together and move speedily so that we can show to the world that it is not just brotherhood that we talk about in our speeches, in our lectures, in our schools, in our universities, in our stanzas, but we have the will and the commitment and sincerity of purpose to convert these into action and can implement them with fullest force of commitment and at our disposal. I know that certain Turkish companies have been wronged, not by design, but I think sometimes red tape comes in the way, lethargy, lack of understanding of the bigger picture, and sometimes bureaucracy creates hurdles, and it's not new to us. I think the entire world is aware of it. But important thing is that we need to cut this red tape with a very sharp scissor. We need to simplify our business regulations to promote investment, and you are sure that it is secured under all circumstances. Governments come and go, but investments will never be disturbed. The system will never change, rather improve and keep on improving to meet the requirements of the day. I know my brothers sitting on the left side and right side who have been given very bad treatment and for no rhyme or reason. Last time when I was here, I sincerely offered my apology, and once again I'm doing it. Yesterday when I was with my very respected brother, President Erdogan, I had to hear this complaint once again after my visit to China. China, as you know, is a very sincere friend of Pakistan. And under China-Pakistan economic corridor framework, China has invested in Pakistan to the tune of $33 billion from 2015 or 2014 to 2018, before the completion of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's government. Subsequently, this process slowed down. And like President Tayyip Erdogan, and rightly so, was conveying to me in a very brotherly fashion, in a very sweet fashion, that Brother Shahbaz Sharif, Turkish companies are more than eager to come and invest in Pakistan, but companies who have invested in Pakistan are not getting their payments. And he was not wrong. IPP companies, Turkish Airlines, they are not getting the payments. And he was not wrong. It's very unfortunate that this is, sadly enough, this is a fact. And then other problems. This is exactly what I was conveyed in Beijing. And this is exactly what I was conveyed yesterday evening at the dinner meeting. I want to convey to my brothers here and my sisters here, in no uncertain terms, that this situation is not acceptable to my government, to me, and to the people of Pakistan, who have benefited from Turkish investments, from Turkish wonderful support, and yet we're not able to fulfill our financial obligations. I want to convey this message to all of you sitting here in this hall, and through you to the people of Turkey, whether they live in Ankara or Istanbul or Erzurum or other places, that we are brothers like a family, and we will not tolerate such snags and impediments which hurt our brotherly relations. We will, inshallah, do everything within our domain to address your genuine issues. And I was very happy to hear a wonderful voice that my friend, my brother with a very smart beard and a young man, Ms. Sinanak, that his problems have been resolved. And now they are, moving forward to have financial close. I'm very happy, at least some voice of comfort for me and my colleagues here. And back home, 220 million Pakistanis whose hearts beat with your hearts. And I'm saying this with the utmost command, at my disposal, that hearts of the people of Turkey beat together with the hearts of the people of Pakistan. So I think, like he has, conveyed a message of great satisfaction, I think tomorrow and day after and week to follow, we will all, inshallah, convey this message of great satisfaction, which will be extremely important to promote our business and trade relations. My brother Mehmet, is a wonderful brother and a friend, and is there under the instructions of President Tayyip Erdogan to speedily complete procedures in the Parliament, Turkish National Assembly, the trade and goods agreement which was signed between my brother Naveed Kama, our Minister for Commerce, and my brother Mehmet, has to be now ratified through the parliamentarian procedures, and I'm sure this will be accomplished very soon, as indicated by Brother President Tayyip Erdogan last night, and this will be a great step forward to, I think, achieve our targets in times to come. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before moving forward, I will take up a few comments and respond to them which were raised here, which are relevant and which are important. And without addressing them, I don't think we would have earned our breakfast this morning. Thank you very much for this wonderful hospitality, my brother Mehmet. We have signed a memorandum of agreement to enhance our trade volume from a very small amount, paltry amount of billion and a half to $5 billion in the next 3 years. These are peanuts, honestly speaking. Turkish trade, is hovering around $220 billion.
225 last year. This is 250.
$250 billion. And trade between Pakistan and Turkey is just $1 or $1.5 billion. Just a fraction of a percent. And it does not augur well for our relationship. The world, talks about it. Oh, you are brothers and friends, but your trade is just $1 billion. And there is infinite potential on your side and our side to, I think, jack it up to $5 billion in 3 years. I think it's not a big task at all. So let's resolve and let's commit today that we will do everything to achieve this target in 3 years, rather double it in 3 years. And that is again not a big task. And when my brother said that mehnat kamyabi ki kunji hai, that hard work and hard work and hard work and untiring efforts is the key to a wonderful success story. Without hard work, we can keep on making wonderful speeches and write wonderful summaries and do wonderful feasibilities. It will be of no consequence at all unless it is converted into action through hard work and untiring efforts, like President Tayyip Erdogan has done for the people of Turkey and transform Turkey into a modern and forward-looking society in the Community of Nations. And this is what I firmly believe in. And inshallah, through hard work and untiring efforts and sincerity of purpose, we will achieve these targets. The world is passing through very difficult challenges, like Russia-Ukrainian conflict, which has led to spiraling world commodity prices. Oil prices have touched highest level in recent history. Gas is not available, and developing countries like Pakistan is suffering for no rhyme or reason. And similarly, there have been shortages of items like wheat and fertilizer, which are so badly required by agrarian economies like Pakistan. And again, the credit goes to my brother Tayyip Erdogan to have resolved through wonderful diplomacy and rescued a very difficult situation the world had been facing for the last more than a year, ever since this conflict started and shipments of grain and wheat started taking place from Ukraine. I think the entire credit goes to my wonderful brother Tayyip Erdogan, his vision, his diplomacy, combined with efforts of Secretary General of United Nations. Mr. Guterres is a wonderful man. He speaks the language of the common man in this world. His heart goes out for the teeming millions, for widows, for orphans, for destitutes, and those who have suffered hugely at the hands of disasters without their fault. Ladies and gentlemen, next is renewable energy. Now, my government has decided, and we are absolutely resolved, it's an iron resolve, that we want to cut down our very expensive imports of oil and petroleum products. Last year, we had to spend $27 billion to finance our petroleum, import of our petroleum products. We simply can't afford this. We simply cannot afford this. Therefore, my government has been working for months, and then a month and a half ago, we had a conference in Islamabad where we invited potential investors within and without, our Turkish potential investors from China and other parts of the world, Germany, United States of America, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, and rolled out our vision of 10,000 megawatts of solar investments in Pakistan. 10,000 megawatts. And it's not just a paper or a talk or a feasibility. I, along with my colleagues and with the prayers of the people of Pakistan, have great intention. We are committed to this philosophy that we shall, inshallah, implement this scheme in letter and spirit, with our own resources, with investment from Turkey, from China, from Saudi Arabia, from Qatar, from UAE, from the United States of America, from wherever. And we will ensure that we will create conducive environment, enabling environment, friendly environment. I want to assure you, please try to understand that past is past. And we are walking into the future with a sense of great understanding, learning our lesson from the past, and we will move forward with this commitment that my investor is my master. And that's what I believe in, not from today, but from ages. And that's what we are going to implement, in times to come. So please be ready with your coffers open and come to Pakistan. I'm going to hold a special conference for our Turkish brothers and sisters. We will put before you a presentation over there and show you. I will sit down along with you, with Brother Mehmet. I'm sure he's going to come and show you over there that this is our plan. And there we will ensure speedy payments to you. It will be a complete departure from the past. Within 60 days, Turkish and of course all international investors will be paid without recourse to any third party. And it will be very transparent, very speedy, And I think this will be a gateway to a new order in Pakistan. This will save us from importing crude oil and petroleum products and save our very scarce billions of dollars, which will be then plowed back in agriculture, in industry, IT, and so on and so forth. So please trust me, trust my words, come to Pakistan, and I will show you that we are, inshallah, will be great partners in this great investment portfolio, which will be a win-win situation. I was just thinking of, have we done anything else to address your grievances and solve your problems? Like Brother Sinanek said, that all his problems are solved and is now moving forward to his investment portfolio of 100 megawatts of solar power in south of Punjab. OSPAC had also a problem, and their payments were frozen by the previous government for no rhyme or reason, without any legal, any ethical reason, any logic. And we were absolutely flabbergasted. We were deeply embarrassed. But then we were able to, through Board of Investment, we were able to facilitate OSPAC, and rupees 830 million from Lahore Waste Management Company were paid to them. If I'm not wrong, this is the amount which was paid to them. And that shows our spirit, our sincerity of purpose to correct a wrong and not repeat it again. So I think these two examples, my brothers and sisters, will be enough to assure you and reassure you and reaffirm my commitment that we mean business and past mistakes will not be repeated. DAKE, board member, thank you very much. And they are again in renewable energy, you're most welcome. And Hyatt Group, they had some problems. And then Havelsan Software Defense Industry, you're most welcome. Irfan Aka, Chairperson Dolson, yes, I believe you were not given required foreign exchange by the State Bank of Pakistan to import your parts and components. Yes, we had a very serious problem. I mean, I accepted. We were sitting here like a family, and we were barely able to avert a default in Pakistan's history. Allah Almighty has been very merciful and infinitely kind, and we were able to avert this default situation. And now we are, in the right direction. So we had to conserve our foreign exchange, and therefore, very pressing requirements by those exporters who have to import vital parts and components were feeling great difficulty in meeting the requirements. We are very sorry, but then, inshallah, slowly but surely, this will be managed, and it's being managed. And my brother Naveed Kamar is always very, very, straightforward in cabinet meetings, and he, sort of defends your case very ably, and with one sole purpose, that we must serve Pakistan's national interest, and we must not allow our investors to shy away from investments in Pakistan. Similarly, CEO Turkish Airspace, attack helicopters and fighter jets. I was so happy to know from my brother President Tayyip Erdogan that great leap forward, great progress is being made by Turkish defense industry, and Pakistan's defense industry and Turkish defense industry have already started this process of joint cooperation. I want to assure you that we will, inshallah, enhance this cooperation in times to come, and we will have wonderful opportunities to defend our countries through our mutual cooperation. We are not, we are two brotherly countries who believe in peace. Peaceful means to exist and coexist in this world which unfortunately believes might is right, and with their military prowess and financial muscle, some have the habit of dictating terms, but we believe in peaceful means and peaceful instruments to promote progress and prosperity, and that has to be the world order, and hopefully it will be in time to come. And then Lemak, and you have done NHA projects, hydro projects, and Brother Mehmet spoke to me about you, and I met you in Pakistan. I mean, it's not a secret. I had made a request to you that you are coming with your investments. You're most welcome. And my Turkish investors are my masters. But then we have to have a transparent bidding process. Without that, I cannot allow, not only Turkish investment, even in Pakistan, or from China, or from anywhere else in the world, that we forego or scuttle transparent bidding process and allow an investment to take place. Because, of course, investments are made to have profits and benefits. But then, like a Turkish parliament, my parliament in Pakistan, our provincial assemblies in Pakistan, who have been elected by the people, have every right to ask Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, how did you allow this investment without bidding process? So I hope, my brothers and my sisters, you understand, and you will not have any problem at all to join this process. And I want to assure you that this bidding process will be fair and square, above board, completely transparent, and I will ensure personally, as the Chief Executive Officer of Pakistan, that no wrong will be done to you. But that's something which is an integral part of any society's, transparent and above board system of investments. I hope I am able to clear myself, but if there's anything, I'm here, I'm available to you for a smaller meeting, and inshallah I want to assure you that in the name of transparent bidding, bureaucratic delays will not be tolerated. Red tape will not take place. That I want to assure you, and it will be the case, inshallah. Dolan's company have just spoken about, and then Ulus Air Aviation. There's some of your problems are stuck up in Pakistan, I've noted, and inshallah we will certainly resolve it. And then Mr. Sharda of solar panels and photovoltaic company. Today's message is, we can talk of many other things, but today's my main message to all of you is that we have a plan of 10,000 megawatts of solar projects we have devised for investments in Pakistan. You will invest, get very nice profits, and we will benefit getting energy from the sun. And sun shines like in Turkey, shines very well in Pakistan, in the province of Sindh, in Balochistan, in Punjab, in KP, and other places. And you will get maximum sun rays, which would mean that your profit will increase because of wonderful availability of sun rays over there. So this is the core message today. Please come. I am going to arrange, and I have my ambassador, Dr. Junaid, is here. I am going to request him right now that please send our Turkish investors in the next, whenever, of course, after preparation, flight to Islamabad. We will receive you. Brother Naveed Kamar will receive you at the airport, roll out red carpet, not just to please you, but you are our brothers. And I will be breaking bread with you and have complete discussion over there. And we will only open the doors of the rooms once we have come to a firm and concrete understanding of everything. That's what we want to plan, my brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for hosting this wonderful meeting. Very grateful for your valuable time. And I want to say, stanza, I don't remember fully, but it says like this, that फर्द कायम रब्ते मिल्लत से है तन्हा कुछ नहीं. That's our, it speaks of our brotherhood, of our friendship, of our fraternity. And you know, Muhammad Iqbal, Allama Iqbal, was so popular here in Turkey. You have his, metaphorically, he's been buried in Konya. I have seen myself space over there for his grave. And Iqbal, in his verses spoke great length about the strength of Turkish people. And he says about his teacher, from Turkey, Maulana Room. He respects him like his mentor, his teacher. And he says, Fard kaim rabte millat se hai tanha kuch nahi. An individual, his existence is through communal contacts, through community, not as an individual, through interaction, through unity, of course, through interaction with society, through intermingling with families in an area. Individual is nothing. Fard kaim rabte millat se hai. Rabte millat is a Turkish word, through context of the society. Fard kaim rabte millat se hai tanha kuch nahi. Alone he is nothing. He is just an individual. Mauj hai darya mein, bairune darya kuch nahi. When you see, frightening waves in the river or in a sea, you get scared because they are mighty waves. But when that wave reaches the shore, it's nothing. It's just water. In the middle of the river, because of that, many waves collecting together, it can smash, anything. And, you see mighty force. Oh, this is a wave coming. Let's get away. Ships, they get afraid. They get away because they can't face those waves. So that is a force of unity, of brotherhood, of friendship, of fraternity. Individuals don't matter. Societies matter. Nations matter. That's what Iqbal has said. Fard kaim rabte millat se hai, tanha kuch nahi. Mauj hai darya mein, bairune darya kuch nahi. And then I'll conclude with another, verse of Iqbal. And that's, I think, the core message here for this meeting. And he says, तमन्ना आबरू की है अगर गुलजार हस्ती में. तमन्ना आबरू की है अगर गुलजार हस्ती में. Now he is addressing Iqbal to Muslims generally and to human beings. Muslims specifically and human beings generally, कि O Muslim or a human being, if you want to live in this garden, world's garden with prestige and honor and integrity, if you desire to have honor and prestige amongst community of nations or in societies, tamanna आबरू की है अगर गुलजार हस्ती, the garden of the world, that you want to live with dignity like Turks are living in this great country under President Tayyip Erdogan's leadership in Pakistan, our founder, Qaid-e-Azam, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. If you want to live with integrity, with honor and dignity in this garden of the world, then what should you do? This is very important. तमन्ना आबरू की है अगर गुलजार है हस्ती में, तो कांटों में उलझकर जिंदगी बसर करने की खू कर ले. Then live like a flower. A flower is never produced without thorns. Flower has to go through that process of thorny birth, full of thorns, and then a flower blooms and blossoms. Without that, it is not possible. So Iqbal says that if you want to live in this garden of the world with dignity and honor, then you have to follow that process of a flower, which is full of thorns. Without that, you will not get a respectable space and living and existence in this cruel world. And the next is even more important. तमन्ना आबरू की है अगर गुलजार है हस्ती में, तो कांटों में उलझकर जिंदगी करने की खू कर ले, और नहीं ये शान खुददारी चमन से तोड़ कर तुझको. And now Iqbal is addressing Muslim Ummah, whether they are Turks or Pakistanis or any other Muslim living in any part of the world. And this he had said 90 years ago, 80 years ago. And he says, and this is very important, नहीं ये शान खुददारी चमन से तोड़ कर तुझको, O Muslim. And now he's comparing Muslim with that flower. O Muslim, this is not the reason Allah had sent you in this world, to be like that flower. Now this is very important. नहीं ये शान खुददारी चमन से तोड़ कर तुझको, that Muslim, that a flower is plucked from the garden by people. Some of them make them a garland, some of them put in their cap. Is that the reason you came to this world? No. You came to this world to lead this world through hard work, through untiring efforts, through honesty of purpose, through sweat and blood, and make your own world. नहीं ये शान खुददारी चमन से तोड़ कर तुझको कोई दस्तार में रख ले. That Muslim, like a flower, you are plucked and somebody puts you in your cap according to their will, and somebody makes a garland out of you. That was not your destiny, your fate. You had come to this world to lead this world like Ottomans ruled the world, like Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah carved out a country out of India. It was not easy. It is the only example in the contemporary history that through leadership, through hard work, through honesty of purpose, that Pakistan was carved out of India. My brothers and sisters, I won't say anything more than that. I think this is a great lesson we have to follow in Latin spirit. Thank you very much. Pakistan, Turkey, Kardesh. God bless you. Thank you very much.
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म शहबाज शरीफ का पाकिस्तान तुर्किया बिजनेस कौंसिल से खिताब आप मुलाहिजा कर रहे थे। बिजनेस कौंसिल मीटिंग से दोनों मुल्कों के दरमियान तिजारत को फरोग मिलेगा। वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने कहा, तुर्की में दहशतगर्दों के हमले की मजम्मत करता हूं। पाकिस्तान ने दहशतगर्दी के खिलाफ जंग में बड़ी कुर्बानियां दी हैं। वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने कहा, तुर्किया और पाकिस्तान की दोस्ती को पूरी दुनिया जानती है। दोनों ममालिक के दरमियान ताल्लुकात तारीखी हैं। वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने कहा, मुझ पर एतबार करें, पाकिस्तान में आकर सरमायाकारी करें, हमें माजी को भुलाकर तेजी से तरक्की की जानिब बढ़ना होगा। दोनों ममालिक के दरमियान तिजारत बढ़ाने की सलाहियत और मौक़े मौजूद हैं। दोनों ममालिक को कारोबार के क़वानीन को आसान बनाना होगा।